What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel, and my NFL picks against the spread for week 4 video is here. So I'm back from my honeymoon. I've been back for about a week now. I know I haven't made that many videos or hardly anything really, but I've been really super busy with getting stuff situated here at the apartment. But here are my picks for week 4, and I hopefully will have some Madden videos, Madden 13 connected career videos up. Well, this video will be up today on Saturday, so next week hopefully I'll have some videos starting my Connected Careers series. So let's go ahead and get into my Week 4 picks. If you follow me on Twitter, that's where I usually post my Thursday night game pick there, and I picked the Cleveland Browns plus 12.5, and we started off the week right and got the win. So far this year, through the first 3 weeks, I am, I believe, 19-29 overall, so not very good overall. And I was 8-8 last week in week 3. So, and if you want to know, I do use ESPN's Pigskin Pick'em game for all my lines in there. So let's go ahead and finish out the week. I had Cleveland Browns plus 12.5, got that win. As far as the rest of the week goes, we have the Carolina Panthers again at the Atlanta Falcons. I am taking the Atlanta Falcons minus 7.5. I've got New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills, and I'm taking the Patriots minus 3.5. New England's coming off 2 losses in a row, and I do not think they're going to get 3 in a row. So they're just too good to lose 3 in a row. And I think this line is a really good line. Since they've lost 2 in a row, it's lower. This line normally would have been higher. So next we have my Detroit Lions at home against the Minnesota Vikings, surprisingly at 2-1, and the Lions at 1-2. Lions should have kicked the field goal last week in overtime and just tied the game and gone on from there, but they didn't, and they lost. So they need to come back with a big win here. Their secondary is just awful. Hopefully Matt Stafford is healthy after that injury late in the game last week. Detroit Lions are giving 6.5 points in this game, and I don't think they're going to be able to cover that. I think Minnesota will cover the spread there. They might even win in the game outright, in my belief. So next we have San Diego at Kansas City. I'm taking San Diego minus 0.5 point. Seattle at the St. Louis Rams. I am taking the Seahawks minus 2.5. San Francisco at the New York Jets. San Francisco coming off their first loss against the Vikings. They are giving 3.5 points. I'm taking San Francisco minus the 3.5. Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. I was kind of up in the air of who to take here. Obviously, Houston is the way better team out of the two here, but the line is 12.5 here is what Houston's giving away. And if you look over the years of football, 60, what is it? I believe 66% of the time, double-digit underdogs cover the spread. So, but this one, Houston's at home. They're looking really, really good this year. So I'm taking Houston minus 12.5 this week. Next, we have Oakland Raiders at the Denver Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos minus 6.5. Then we have Miami Dolphins at the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking Arizona, another surprise team this year that's 3-0. They have a really, really good defense here, and both Kevin Cobb and John Skelton have looked good for what they've played so far this year. So I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals minus 6.5. And then again, we have Cincinnati Bengals at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm taking the Bengals minus 1.5. And then the big matchup of the week, I think, is the New Orleans Saints 0-3 at the Green Bay Packers, who were, just screwed over last week in that Monday night game, which brought the refs back, thank God. New Orleans Saints at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are giving 7.5 points here to the New Orleans Saints. So normally I think this line would be a little bit closer if New Orleans wasn't looking so bad without Sean Payton, and I've been betting on New Orleans Saints. I think the first 3 weeks to get a win, or at least the last week and the week 2 to get a win. I know they're going to get a win here eventually. I don't think they're going to get it this week, but I think they will cover that spread and make it a close game here, because I know they can score points. It's just their defense looks terrible. So I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints plus 7.5. Then we have Washington Redskins at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Redskins plus 2.5. And then the Sunday night game, we have the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think if I remember correctly, last year Philly beat the Giants both times and mainly lost to crappier teams. But we have the Philly is giving 2.5 points, and I'm going to take the points and take the Giants in this game. I think the Giants are just the better team overall this year. And then the Monday night game, we have the Chicago Bears at the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. I don't like either of these teams really, but both are 2-1, and I'm going to take the Chicago Bears plus 3.5 in this game to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I think they can win this game outright. So to summarize my picks here, I had Cleveland on Thursday night plus 12.5, and I've got for the rest of the week I have Atlanta minus 7.5, the Patriots minus 3.5, the Minnesota Vikings plus 6.5, San Diego Chargers minus 0.5 point, the Seattle Seahawks minus 2.5, the San Francisco 49ers minus 3.5, the Houston Texans minus 12.5, the Denver Broncos minus 6.5, the Arizona Cardinals minus 6.5, the Cincinnati Bengals minus 1.5, the New Orleans Saints plus 7.5, the Washington Redskins plus 2.5, the New York Giants plus 2.5, and the Chicago Bears plus 3.5 this week. So those are my picks this week, guys. Let me know who you think are going to win any of these matchups down below in the comments section. And if you like these videos, please hit the like button. That always helps my videos out and helps my channel grow. And stay tuned for some Connected Careers videos coming and more Kentucky Wildcats Dynasty on the channel. So, guys, we'll catch you later.